NERDSoul.
But moving on, the last episode is the Big
Number
Bang.
one, the premiere.
And I kind of get why it's called Big Bang. Have you ever wondered about the title? And I felt like it was the premiere of Atlana, the first episode. And because of this, you had this explosion of a new reality, new universe.
New TV show, period.
New content. It was new TV show, but like this new world that he's pretty much
I mean, all the things he's done with the fake commercials and the black Justin Bieber.
So there's
like
all these different images coming at you. It's like, boom.
Yeah,
and I was like, I was like, beyond tickled and entertained with the first episode.
That's a hell of a pilot.
Exactly, it was a hell of a pilot, but now you see everything that's come forth out of it. You're like, I totally get this Big Bang idea.
Yeah.
Because this is like definitely the beginning of something. And I think what it was 2-3 episodes in when they're like, hey, we're going to greenlight that for a second season.
Yeah,
and they should have, because the response on Twitter, even that
amazing.
First episode, was amazing.
Because it was just... This show, just like I said about Luke Cage, but in a different way, is perfectly black.
Yes.
And Luke Cage is perfectly black for another reason.
Completely different.
But,
right.
And just like we were talking about black identity, you can be different types of black.
Insecure is a great one too.
Yeah. It's just an example of like, this is a look into black life in a complex way, where you're not just gang member number 3.
Right.
It's
relatable, but it's definitely a look at black culture. But I do think some Caucasian or other can go, they can relate to the money stuff and all that.
Yeah.
But what I really like about it is the way Donald Glover explains everything. He puts it out there. He hires amazing actors. I think you were telling me Paperboy is actually a Shakespearean trained actor.
Right. So before we get too much into our favorite actors, I guess like a wrap up thing, I just want to make sure we finish up everything in the episode. Is there you guys want to talk about in episode 1?
Well, we meet Ern, and we meet Ern and Vanessa in the first episode, which to me, first thing is I've never seen a black woman with a head wrap, her silky scarf on at night. I've never seen that on TV. That made me super excited. Second thing was I've never really seen a black love scene, a very tender, just normal black love scene like that opening a show. And that made me so excited.
Or somebody messing it up so epically.
Yes. With the woman when he had the dream, and that cracked me up. She said, who's the girl?
I was like, I thought that was all fun and games until they were getting you're starting to get the Mac on, and she was like, tell me you love me, and he laughed, and I was like,
he
what
laughed. And
are you doing?
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
What are you doing, brother?
Yeah.
Why did you just mess that up?
Yeah.
I don't understand you right now.
It's a beautiful moment, and that's Ern. That's our first clue. Ern messes his own life.
Yeah. He does. He
blew that. He
stays messing himself up. You get introduced to his daughter. You find out about
his one of 3 daughters. By the way, we saw that you switched the baby on us 3 times. We saw that.
It's there's so many good things about the casting, but not the baby.
Not the baby.
What's wrong with the baby? I don't have a problem with the baby.
We have a problem with the baby changing.
There's only 10 episodes. Why wasn't the baby available for 10 episodes for one scene?
Maybe the baby got sick.
You shoot this stuff all at once.
You use twins. That's why you're supposed to.
Maybe the very popular baby is on the acting scene, and they had to go do another show.
Because I didn't know, so I was like, wait, is that a different
the same baby?
Is that a different baby?
Maybe once, but after that, no. 3 times is anyway.
Yeah. So anyway,
baby got good agents.
Yeah,
she busy.
She need to kind of get back together.
She doing Gerber commercials.
But we find out about his dead end job. He's kind of This is where my first impression, Ern's kind of like a deadbeat.
What do you call him? What did he drink? He's a juice? Is that what
the drink.
This is the first when he tried to offer someone some mileage at the airport, and they said, fuck you. You're right.
Yep. I was like, let me sip some of my juice. Let me sip the juice. Don't let someone talk to you like that.
And then you get this sequence with the DJ from the college.
Right. That's another time where you find out he drinks juice.
Truly
that made everyone on Twitter upset. That made people mad.
Right.
It made people mad because it happens.
Yeah.
You're right.
There's many times when white people feel safe around certain black people to say certain things that they wouldn't say around other black people. I'm going to just say this to all of you white people that do that. if you can't say it around one, you shouldn't be saying it around any. Stop trying to be funny. Stop trying to be slick.
No. The other flip side of that is black people gotta stop giving
you
out
have to stop it. Shut it
underage
down.
passes.
Yeah, you gotta
stop giving your homies like I'm gonna give you a pass. I'm gonna give you underage.
And he caught him in it. He was like, why don't you tell him about that story you told me?
Oh my God, it was so good.
He was like,
I don't know why you
story?
made me tell that story.
So if you guys didn't see it, the white boy says the N-word multiple times.
Yeah.
Habitual line stepper.
Yeah.
And Earn lets it go, and he's kind of like, you didn't really say that. But that's when Earn's being a Jew.
I love it, exactly. I love when he meets like the janitor, and the janitor's like, I will break my outfit to him.
He was like, he wouldn't have said that to me.
Exactly. And that's the difference. It's like, man, Earn, you gotta stop with the Jews.
You gotta stop. You gotta stop. At some point
pick you up some no juice, man. You gotta
you gotta
get away from the Jews.
You can't let people say that to you or around you. And I know the first thing that you're gonna hear is like, well, you say it all the time. Or people that look like you say it all the time.
That's another good thing, because not every black person says it nor feels comfortable.
True. I don't
never
say
agree.
it.
Yeah, I don't say it.
And regardless of what everyone
and you don't know
does.
who that is. Like, my thing is, you should get to know somebody.
Yep.
And if you get to know them, you already know where they stand on that word. And you wouldn't even run into this problem if you just took that first step.
And my thing is, every community has a word. The gay community has their F word. We have our N word. That's their word to say. I heard my gay friend say the F word, and I was like, oh, you say that? He's like, yeah, I can say that. You can't. So that's the point. We all have our words.
He's like, whoa, you said that?
Right,
really?
Yeah.
Really?
But I know better. I can never say it.
Right.
So we all have our words.
I don't understand the obsession with wanting to say it.
Why do you want to say it? I get the songs. Everyone
Because
wants to sing the songs,
there is a about to get in trouble.
Oh no!
There is a culture of because I'm gonna get in trouble because I don't try to sugarcoat things. I just say I'm just a straight shooter. This is how I feel about it. There's a culture of conquering, of taking over, of owning, of ruling, of being a master of bending things to your will, and that offends them, of having that barrier of not being able to own that, to be able to say that.
It's the ultimate white privilege. I want to say it because I should be able to say it because it's a free country and I should be able to say it. That's the ultimate white privilege. When you feel like you have to say it because you should be allowed to.
Yes.
And it's just a word.
And here's the truth. You are free to say whatever you want.
Absolutely.
But remember, your freedom comes with consequence.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
when I grew up, I could say something.
Yes.
I could say whatever I wanted to around my mom.
You absolutely
but you don't have the freedom. You don't have the freedom to choose your consequence. So you can choose your action, but you can't choose your consequence.
But you don't want to live in that church.
Because you know better.
You instantly be thinking, I need to make better life choices.
You're right. There is freedom of speech. We live in America. You have the right to say what you want, but you also have the right to catch these hands.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Let me know.
You know, what you say can get you smacked in the mouth.
So White Boy was crossing the line, and he thought it was funny talking about the DJ playing Flow Rider, which I like Flow Rider. Let's just
really I'm not a Flow Rider person.
What did Flow Rider do to anybody?
But I get it back to back to back. It's like Pitbull to me. But Earn, you should have said something. And then when White Boy met Paperboy and Darius, the story changed real quick. Like,
man, story changed so fast.
And it goes to show that no one respects Earn.
Yeah.
No one respects Earn.
Yeah.
Because if your friend respected you, he would not do that.
And I'm so curious, like, this brings us, eventually we get introduced to, like, the whole idea that this dude, like, I guess, dropped out of Princeton. And, like, what happened there and how did we get here? Because obviously you are a book smart cookie, as I often get reminded by my parents how book smart I am.
My mom says that too. I'm not street smart.
Exactly. I took some personal offenses to some of the digs that Earn because I've heard them one too many times. like you so smart. Why don't you do X? I'm like, I'm sorry. That has nothing to do with what I studied in college. Zero, actually. Thank you very much. With your very faulty logic.
Earn says that. He's like, I know I need to give my daughter more. I know I can do this, but I don't think I should compromise what I want want to do with my life.
I hated that.
Time.
Like, what?
Isn't that the struggle, though?
We're adults, though.
It's a struggle
It's a struggle, though.
Well, it's a weird struggle.
Do you have kids?
No, I don't have kids, and this is what I'm about to say. Once you have kids, you can't say I as much.
No.
You can't, you know, and not saying that you shouldn't have desires, you shouldn't have passions,
dreams.
You shouldn't have, dreams and goals. But you got a kid that's looking up to you to make these decisions on their life. You can't just say, well, you know, I want to do this. Well, you got a kid in there. Once you have that kid, you got to start tipping that scale on what's all about you.
But Ern does realize that in Juneteenth, where they ask him a question, what do you do? He's like, nothing. He's like, no, I'm not joking. She does everything. I'm lucky to have her. She's amazing. She comes, she cooks, she watches the kid. I don't do anything. And that's growth to me, because in the beginning he's like, I don't think I should compromise my dreams.
Right. And I did have a quick convo with somebody, how we were talking about how this seems like it's a coming of age story, and I said,
to a certain extent,
but I think it is in almost a literal sense, but we have to recognize that for so many people, especially in these more modern societies where you're being taught, you know, to follow your dreams and do that coming of age does not necessarily happen at 18. It doesn't necessarily happen at 25, and it certainly doesn't happen just because you oops and daisy they got somebody, you know, you sired a child. Right. It doesn't happen. It sometimes doesn't even happen for women who have children. So just because a child enters the equation does not mean that person instantly recognizes that they are now responsible for another life and they need to really get with it. What you hope happens, which still doesn't always happen, is that, you know, through what he's gone through, he's made some realizations. You know, he's made some realizations. Grown a lot as a person. He's still not completely there.
Nah.
And you never really get all the way there, but he has a lot of stuff he needs to work on.
Yeah.
And so it's like almost like a coming of age story for a grown ass man, which is,
you
know, where you're like, that's sad, but that's real. Like,
it's
we all got people like that.
Well, I think we're born into a world, people that are, let's say, about 28 to around 36, something like that, that age group. Maybe younger, maybe like 26, something like that. So say 26 to 36. They're born into a world that their parents can't truly prepare them for, not because their parents aren't smart or good or whatever, but the world changed so fast in the 80s and 90s. It just changed so fast that the world that we entered, the work world or the college world or whatever, is foreign to them. So a lot of our parents or parents in that age group or parents of kids in that age group can't give the accurate advice to really steer them, because it's like they grew up, say like my mom grew up in like the 60s, 70s. There's no way, even as much as she loves me, could not really accurately tell me what to do today.
Right.
You know, and my father either. So we're kind of like in this situation in flux almost, where it's like, well, should I be a responsible adult? Should I figure out what I want to on my own? Yes, I have a kid, but I want to be me. I don't, you know, it's this weird situation where a lot of people have kind of been like, well, look, I just got to grow up. I got to do this because I have a kid.
Yeah, and that's
and
what it was
Vanessa.
for Vanessa. I mean, he's very independent, very on her much. But Ern, you see in this episode, we meet his parents, and they basically say, you do not live here anymore. They did not know him, which is very black parent, though. Like, normally, I don't know, I'm speaking from my experience, though. When I graduated college, that was it. My ties were done with my mom. I could always come back if I wanted to. But she's like, now you gotta go. Like, this is your time. Ern dropping out of Princeton, I'm sure his parents were disappointed. And then getting a girl pregnant was probably not the best thing either. Ooh. And they kind of...
Lottie's only 2 years old. Because you know how
black parents are.
He's been out 3.
Right.
So that means he dropped out and then had a kid.
So you can see when the scene with the parents is great, because, you know, mom was like, yeah, you should eat better, you know, all this stuff. And dad's like, yeah, nice to see you. He lives over there. And they didn't open the door. They didn't hug him.
Now,
they didn't do anything.
The Ern that we meet may have burned that bridge.
Right.
Yeah.
Years ago.
He did.
It
know,
sounds
he
like
may
he
have
did a
burned
lot
it.
of burn bridges.
Yeah,
Because
before we
even when
entered.
he runs into Alfred and he's trying to sell him on this idea of being
He
a
was not
manager,
buying it.
He wasn't buying it.
He said, "I haven't
And
seen
it
you
came
since my
down
mom's
to
funeral."
funeral.
Yeah.
Exactly. It comes down to, and you find that, oh God, I hate calling him like white producer dude. He had a name.
The white DJ guy.
DJ guy.
I don't know his name. Sorry.
Yeah, I feel bad.
But you were handsome.
Yeah, and he's keeping a low profile because he's dropped out of Princeton. He's feeling that shame. Like I don't think people realize, like, you know, everybody's like, we're disappointed, but how does the person go through that? Is feeling?
I would feel so
like,
shameful living with my baby mama's house that she pays
I
the
was
bills.
like,
And
that whatever happened, you don't know what happened, how bad it was.
Yeah.
I know I went to more than one college, and my first college experience was far from grand.
Hey,
And
mine
so,
wasn't either.
so I'm just saying, like, some people press through, others crumple under it, and I don't think that makes them any less a person. But then you have to deal with the disappointment of crumpling.
Yeah.
And then people not understanding what you've gone through. So that whole, like, you know, I think I know what happened in Princeton. He's like, I don't think you do.
Yeah.
Nobody can relate to you or what you're going through.
Because you already have a black man in America. The black man in Princeton.
Yeah. And nobody
like,
can
how do you mess that
identify
up?
with it.
And also,
Nobody
we know
knows.
that apparently white people feel very cool about just saying the N-word around him like it's nothing.
They probably
So-
thought he got there on affirmative action anyway. They were like,
Yeah.
how did you even get in Princeton, and let alone how did you... But that's why the ending of this season is so important to me, because we set up Ern in this first episode as unreliable, and no one trusts him. And then at the end, he gets his own space. Yes, it's a rent-a center. Yes, it's a little storage closet.
A storage.
Yes,
A storage.
but before he has so much pride. He would rather live in a storage than go back to his baby mama's
You know
house
what? I'll
or
give
his
you that.
dad's
I'll
house
give you
or
that.
anything.
I'll give you that.
And he, in the first
no.
episode, when he gets turned down by his cousin, he realized he has to do it on his own. So he goes to the radio and shames himself by talking to an ex-classmate who's got a better job than him now and has to
who's
pay
successful and
$500
everything.
to get his cousin's song on the radio just to prove that he could do it. So Ern, very much from the first episode, I think, is done being the victim, done being the loser, and wants to get out. So at the end, it was very satisfying to me to see him in his little storage $1 a month.
You know what? Okay,
I like it.
So I feel that. So I think that's a good wrap up.
That's a good
on
observation.
Atlanta. So give me a wrap up on Atlanta then, because I felt that she did just that.
Atlanta is a show that you should see, especially if you're a young black man. But if you're black in America, period, I think, depending on your age, you should definitely see. If you're older, and when I say older, I mean like 50, 60, you might want to check it out and give it a chance to be able to see through the eyes of someone in the younger generation, because a lot of times we write each other off. Not only the older to the young, but the young to the old too. So to hopefully, you know, be able to kind of see what life is like. But like I said, I think this is a show that's perfectly black. I think it shows the complexity in black life, the complexity in the problems that we have to navigate in relationships, in society, in jail, and, you know, financially, all of that. And I think it's wrapped up in a very nice bow to kind of just start a conversation.
I think that's great. I think Atlanta is a gift. That's America's been waiting for a long, especially Black America's been waiting for a long time. We lived through Friends and Will and Grace and every other TV show. Atlanta's for us and it's by us, which I think is very important to mention. So hats off to the Glover brothers. You guys are great. I think the writing is impeccable. I'm hoping second season they don't sell out. I'm hoping you don't try to become what you're not. Atlanta this season is fresh, it's new, and I hope it stays like this. I love Darius. I love you so much. I hope you are back for season 2 with a bigger role, more lines, because you're amazing. But yeah,
Darius.
I hope that more women are introduced. I love Vanessa, but I would like some more women.
Yes. I think that was like one of my takeaways too, is that Atlanta is just everyday life for many Black Americans, and that's such an important story. to be told, either we have exceptionalism or we have mediocre or the crime or, being demonized. It's two different extremes, and you don't get to see all these different people just living, working class, blue-collar lives. Actually, we have had those shows in the past. Like, I was a big fan of Family Matters, and I think it was popular for that reason. You had Leaving Single, that was more about black women of color, and then those shows kind of died away, and we've been waiting for them to come back. And so that's how I see it. I see it coming back. I hope that instead of them being a trend, they become common, understanding that a lot of people can relate, because a lot of the issues that are happening in Atlanta, I think a lot of people can relate to. If you're working class, if you're middle class, these are often like class issues that affect people of all different colors and ethnicities. If it's not directly that, even if you have ethnicity issue, they kind of relate, or you can connect. So they're relatable if you want to open your mind and your heart to trying to relate to them. I don't think any of the things that are happening to these characters are so black until they are just us. So I would employ people of all ages and all colors to watch this show, because I think it's just a bomb show that does a lot of weird shit while talking about real stuff. And I really celebrate the weird that they're embracing in this show. So I think, but I would like to see more women too. I would definitely, yes, put some more women in there, because I'm like, where all the sisters at?
Right.
Because the sisters that we got were kind of like,
they were good.
They were like villains for Vanessa, kind of.
Yeah.
Like, all of them that we got were like villains for Vanessa to kind of.
The Earn and the restaurant lady, Earn, the bartender, Earn did not win.
So we need another major character. Even if we hear more from, like, say, Earn's mom. She's already a character, she's already a recurring character. Let's hear from her. I know you can't have, like, too many moving parts, but you won't have to pump us up, because I mean, none of the brothers, like, you got sisters, you got mothers, you got girlfriends. Like, women are everywhere in men's life, and just the idea that we're not there on television is kind of like why we've been waiting for Atlanta for so long. It's like, we are everywhere. That was biggest complaint with some other shows that were placed in some very diverse areas. They're gonna go unnamed here because we're not about that life. We shaded enough people today.
We have shaded a lot, man, and a lot was my fault. I apologize, guys.
And we apologized earlier, but Atlanta was a great, like, deep show with so many layers, and I think that's why we wanted to present, this review that really got into a lot of the issues, a lot of the layers that either had been discussed or some that hadn't been touched on.
Because I think that us together probably touched on a lot of things that a lot of other reviews will not touch on.
Right. So if you guys want to shout out, where can the wonderful people on the internet find you? Sade is new.
I'm new. At Sade Sellers on Twitter and Instagram, and it's Sade, Sade. Yes, like the singer. No, I can't sing. But I'm on Instagram and Twitter.
You can't give us no smooth criminal.
No, I'm not doing
Come on,
girl, no.
Can't give us a little croon on that?
Exactly.
You have a real Sade today. You don't come with
Ordinary Love. No, you can't.
Am I going to ask someone named Hermione to do magic? No. I can't sing.
All right, well, where can the wonderful people on the internet find you?
I'm Marqueeda LaStar, and you can find me anywhere on the interwebs at LaStar Got Next. And my name on Facebook. So hit me up. Tell me how wrong I am.
Yes, don't send me your comments.
And I was like, you can come. See, I challenge people. They can come for me.
Talk about my bonnet. Like, don't talk about my turban.
It's very nice.
But I implore people to come and have open discussions. My favorite platform is Twitter, so you can find me at Marqueeda LaStar at LaStar Got Next on Twitter and holla at me.
Alright, and I am Lakeith at OneYoungsta, holding it down, bringing that StreetGeek and NERDSoul. You can check me out on ThatNERDSoul.com or shop.ThatNERDSoul and get yourself a t-shirt for the players and for the playettes.
Shirts are bomb, y'all.
Yes. So, you can find me anywhere at ThatNERDSoul or at OneYoungsta, which is ONEYOUNGSTA. And before we get out of here, I gotta say, first, usually you know how I get out of here, but first I gotta say, what up to Atlanta? What up, guys? We love y'all.
Hi.
It's a wonderful show. We love Atlanta. Thanks, Donald Glover. You're the man. But normally, what I say is, what's up, LA?
Yeah, what's up, LA? And we need to shout out Black Share LA, which is a black creative that helped us with our spot that we are filming from now. Also, a shout out to Travis Geeters.
Links down below.
We're going to have links for him. He does great photography from fashion to portraits. She's getting her headshots done. Holla at your boy.
I'm going to be looking like the dude on the
your
Duke
photography
box.
needs. All right.
So, of course, LA, what up? VA, what up? RBA, you got my heart. And of course, never ever forget to like, comment, and subscribe. That's the only way we can tell people that you like what you saw. So, until next time, remember, be good to yourself and each other.
Each other is important.
Peace.
Deuces.